some Diablo 4 theory crafting for a little bit. So let's check this out here. So we're gonna hide, or not even hide my screen, we're just gonna do this real quick. How's it look? What is this? There's shit up here. Oh, this is just an eye bar. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, why does it look weird? Okay. So this is the Diablo 4 tree. And I've already gone through, I'm just gonna go through quicker. We're just gonna hang out a little bit. Got a little music going. Yo, if you need to know, it's the slam music. This shit is so good. Okay. Hmm. 30 to 40%. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go Thorn build at all, so. Fuck, that's what I forgot. Dish soap. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think we're okay with this. So we went up to 5 on the Bone Spear and our core ability because even upping this isn't a lot of damage. You can see here. 30 to 33 versus it's a 3% increase in damage versus an 8.5% increase in damage every time we hit this. This is our escape mechanism and corpse builder if needed. Decrepify is actually super good because it slows and they deal less damage, but it's also an execute, 10% execute if they're in the slow. And then all of our other abilities. Okay, so Corpse Tendrils is an ability I actually really enjoyed from the second beta. I didn't even use it, but this is now one of my more primary. So what we do is essentially how I see it playing out is you Corpse Tendril, and from a corpse, it pulls out like a bunch of tendrils, and then they go bloop, and they pull everyone in. And so they're slowed by 50% before being pulled in, and then again, it doesn't consume a corpse, so it's actually super helpful, but then making them vulnerable just means that they you do extra damage. So, one thing I'm going to call out right now, though, is that, where is it? Oh, I have to go back to my abilities. So, our potential for this build to be very good depends on some of our aspects and our legendary things. So of course we have the extra ones. Wait, while healthy, a magic bubble. This one could be switched out. This one is just kind of like whatever. Each time, we could do something like this. Each time a Bone Storm damages an enemy, gain a barrier equal to 2 to 5% of your base life for 10 seconds. Like, that's actually pretty damn good. So Bone Storm is going to be our primary final thing. Like, we would go Army of the Dead, but I don't care about that. It's a 90-second cooldown versus a 60-second cooldown. It summons 7 skeletons that deal 30% damage. So 7 times 3 is 210. So 21, so that's 210% damage at 90 seconds. And that's not guaranteed because the skeleton may not explode at the right person, whatever it may be. Where this is 180% damage every 60 seconds. So 30 seconds slower. So essentially every 2 cast of this, I can do 3 cast of this. So 180 times 3 versus 210 times 2. So that's 420 versus 540. 3 times 8 is what? 24, 4, 2. 4, 5, yeah, 540 damage. So 3 cast of this, and 3 cast, I'll be fucking doing more damage. Anyways, Yo, I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know. We will see. Catch a nap after work tomorrow, then hang in with a girl. Like 2 hours of sleep in 2 days. I add 6 hours, so 8 hours in 3 days. Shit, dude, you need to get some bed, bro. For real, you get some bed in your life, some sleeperoo. Okay, so kind of going back really quick to the Bone Storm. There is a legendary ability here. Oh wait, where the fuck? Okay, so we're actually, this one isn't it. We need to do... Wait, where to go? What the fuck? So what we will do, no matter what, is... Okay, wait, can I replace... What can this be? Okay, so this one is when you have 7 or more minions. So we do that on this one. So we'll switch these two because there's more options for the other one. 7 or more minions, 15 to 20% more damage. Boom. Okay, now let's see what we got here. That's kind of cool. We're looking for a Bone Storm specific legendary thing here. Dude, where the fuck is it? I think this one's good. Hulking aspect. Okay, so then now we gotta switch this one out. I think it's gotta be in here, right? So this is what I needed to work on the most. That's why we came back to do this. Ah, right here. This is it. We found it. We found it. We found it. Let's go. Okay, so this is, it's called the Aspect of Ultimate Shadow. Bone Storm and Blood Wave are also now darkness skills. Deal shadow damage and gain these effects. 80 damage over 2 seconds. Boom. 80 to 110. So this is super good. So now that Bone Storm is a shadow skill, we're deleting. So that's where we come down to this. Shadow skills. AKA darkness is what it's called. It's a darkness skill now. Are also darkness skills. So now that it's a darkness skill, boom, I can apply all of these buffs directly to my Bone Storm. So let's think about this. As soon as we hit someone with it, we gain movement speed. When you damage somebody with a darkness skill, they take 6% increased shadow damage from you and your minions for 2 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So for 2 seconds, every 2 seconds it stacks, and then the Bone Storm lasts for 10 seconds, so 2, 4, 6. So no matter what, we're maxing the stacks. So we're doing, what is it, 6% extra damage. 6 times 3 is 18, 18% extra damage now. On top of that, darkness skills deal 9% bonus damage to enemies who are slowed. So now let's go back to this. Curse the target area. Enemies affected by Decrepify are slowed by 40%. Let's look at this. Enemies in the range are slowed by 50%. So we have mega juice here. So what we do is we would pile them up a little, throw down a corpse tendril that pulls them all in and slows them. So no matter what, I Bone Storm, corpse tendril, they're absolutely getting deleted. And they're slowed for... before being pulled. And then so once they're pulled into the middle, I drop a Decrepify. They're all slowed again, deal less damage, Bone Storm, and they're all taking additional, 18% additional damage. And then on top of that, yeah, 9% bonus damage to enemies who are slowed and 9% bonus to enemies who are stunned or immobilized. So that's 18 plus 9 is 20, what, 27? So 20% bonus damage to just Bone Storm now that it have that single aspect on my legendaries. On top of that, darkness skills have a 15% chance to stun for 1 second. So I don't want it to, anytime you level this up, it just changes the duration. I don't care about that then. I only need 1 tick in that though, because we do, what is that? Bonus 9% bonus damage to enemies who are stunned. Easy. And then also on top of that, whenever they are pulled and damaged by Corpse Tendril, they become vulnerable, which means they take more damage. So literally, we are just dropping DPS on their head with just Bone Storm itself. That doesn't even include that my minions are doing extra damage. They're doing bonus shadow damage. But on top of that, I think we're going Ice Mages. I don't care about the Shadow Mages, but I think we need to truly decide. The Shadow Mages might be the move. Like, we might need to move to Shadow Mage because I wanted Frost Mages, but there's a reason I wanted Frost. And there is, every 10 seconds, your Cold Skeletal Mages cast a Blizzard that deals 250 to 300 cold damage and continuously chills enemies for 8 seconds over 6, or 8% over 6 seconds. Huge. Huge. And so anyone, where to go? And it chills enemies for 6 seconds. And then this is it. Frozen damage or enemies that by the primary attacks are vulnerable for 4 seconds. But there's also... Let's see. There was something else that was good with Frost. But I really am just debating. That's part of this whole process that I'm really trying to figure out, is if it's worth it. So what else could we use instead of this? I think it's really good, and I want to know what the area of effect is of it. That'll really tell us, I want to say, the best, more consistent DPS. I want to know how big the Blizzard is, things like that. Like, there's some things we haven't seen yet, so we don't really know. So if we were going to change this out, though, is there something better than this? When you hit a crowd-controlled enemy, there's up to 30 to 50% crowd control effect to spread to other people. I don't give a shit about that because all of my things are mega AoEs, and they're all going to be perma-fucked anyways. Like, they're all perma-slowed and possibly stunned anyways. So there's that. I honestly don't think there is a better thing that we don't already have here. Yeah, I actually think it's the best thing for damage output and also for just for everything. Razor play, 1,000 to 2,000 thorns. What the f is that? That's kind of cracked too. So yeah, I actually think that no matter what, looking at all of these, the Coldbringer's aspect is the best one we could get. It's for our chest. Coldbringer's aspect. 8% over 6 seconds. Okay. And so again, that applies a slow. When an enemy is chilled, they're slowed. Hold on, where is it? Chills and freezes enemies. Like, that's a slow. So they're not immobilized, but they're slowed. So that's the biggest thing. That is just compounding all of our other, I want to say, exponential damage modifiers here. Or not really exponential, maybe. Again, and then also, you deal 9% increased damage for 6 seconds after consuming a corpse. So every time we summon a minion or consume it, we gain 9% damage. And so that's kind of big. So not only do we get essence back for just summoning a minion, we'll gain damage buff for 6 seconds. So if we summon up some big shit, which actually I feel like that's where Army of the Dead could work a little better with that buff. But the minions aren't extremely healthy, so resummoning them is a thing. But that's also why we have Blood Mist, and we want to get the aspect of Explosive Mist, is because that consumes a corpse. Those will consume corpses, but Blood Mist itself leaves a corpse behind every 0.95 seconds. So 3 seconds, essentially a second, we're leaving 3 corpses behind even after detonating however many are in front of us, which is perfect. Right after we Blood Mist, we have a damage buff of 9%. So that's kind of big. And then you have a chance of 12% to create a corpse on the target's location. Like, I think our build is so good right now. It is so good. No matter what, we're generating corpses, like, insanely. We have extra mages, extra warriors, and then we go Bone Golem, which will tank for us, essentially. It taunts area. It's like it has an AoE taunt, apparently. But 20% of the max life as damage, it shreds a corpse. So anytime it takes 20% of damage, it just shreds another corpse. You just start deleting. I honestly think we might even switch it to this just to make it super tanky. Like, I like the idea of having a corpse generator from our golem, but I feel like my golem's not going to be taking that much damage. And I think that's something we'll play around with a little bit. We'll debate. We'll really debate on this, but I like the Bone Golem the best, I think, because of its ability. Active, your golem becomes unstoppable and taunts nearby enemies and takes 30% reduced damage for the next 6 seconds. Active, your golem becomes unstoppable, drains the blood from enemies, dealing 40% damage and healing 4% of its life, each enemy drain. 10-second cooldown, holy shit. Yeah, I don't like this one. So it's either one of these two. And so the one thing that's nice about the Blood Golem is that it takes damage. It absorbs damage that you would take. So if I get hit with 100, it takes 15 of that damage for me, which is pretty good. Damn, while healthy, your Golem gains 25% damage reduction and 55% increased damage. That's kind of cracked. But this is like this is like a damage golem versus like a tank golem. And I think I like tank better. It taunts. Then the area of effect taunt combines very, 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 very well with my whole AoE build setup and just demolition of their face. So I think we're all right. I think right now I'm debating heavily between these two. I like the idea of the Frost Mages a lot because they just add debuffs to everyone, which is perfect for the build. We do extra damage to all of them anyways. Shadow, like, mages would do more damage. But it's the trade-off of, do I utilize the Frost Mages? And I like the AoE. I like the fact that the Frost Mages have an AoE then. And they make everyone vulnerable. So it's like, you do more damage, they get CC'd, and then they have AoE attacks, where like the Shadow guys would just do a little more damage. But I don't think it'll be as useful as the Frost. The Cold Mages, excuse me. So the next thing was like the Paragon boards, and this is kind of what I've built out for now. Like, we're only 148 of 220. This is very, very, very rudimentary. Like, this is just a very, like, really, I'm just fucking with it. Like, this is not set in stone. By honestly, I need to delete 2 of these and kind of start here at the beginning. Because technically, this is kind of where we're at. So every time you level up, you get 4, after 50, you get 4 Paragon points. And apparently we have 220 Paragon points total, I guess. So right now, the biggest thing was getting to specific nodes and then getting to this one. I think the first one I wanted to get was the Gravekeeper. 50% additional to all nodes within the range, to all rare nodes. And that would be this or this. And so this would give us 50% damage. It would apply to the damage and intelligence. So that's really good. But if you get the bonus, you deal 2% increased damage up to 12% for every close enemy. So anytime we're in close combat, we're just dealing extra damage. I think that's the one I'd hunt down first, along with the damage in life. And so really, I think it's a willpower intellect build is what we're going, or intelligence. So we're going to heavily roll into these two as we move in the board, because a lot of the nodes later require like 260 dexterity or 260 willpower. So I would focus intelligence and willpower, because later we have nodes here and, well, like here, our bone golem node, or our golem node, or I'm gonna say paragon board, requires 350 intel and then 260 willpower. That's where we're like, oof. So this is kind of just where we're at. I want to hit multiple rare nodes in all of my heavy minion and golem builds, like these two. I'll probably put like literally half, if not like 60 to 70% of my points will be into these two, because that's just purely buffing the minions. Like there's no other boards that supply as much buff to the minions as these two here. And so these two boards are, where is it? Where's the legendary? So this one is Hulking Monstrosity. Your golem has 30% increased max life and deals 30% increased damage. And so then you can get some golem buffs, golem health and damage. You also have golem damage and attack speed. So some of these get mega buff too by willpower intelligence. This one is dexterity, so I'm really leaning against that one, but we have to cut up and into this, so I might cut up over here, because this is the willpower intel. So we actually could technically just say screw this one, because we'll never get the bonus, I don't think, of 270 dex, but I'm not sure yet. We're only halfway in, and we already have a bonus of 110, which, so we double it to something. So it's not unrealistic that we could have it by the end if we were like max level, max paragon. But do I even care about spending points on that shit right now? No. So this is kind of where the theory crafting goes from like kind of more simplified damage buffs to like, damn, you gotta watch your specific node. You gotta watch the specific node range that you can farm things. So the one thing that I really liked was this one. So for every 5 intelligence purchased within the range, so the range it's talking about is this red thing right here. You deal 3% increased damage to crowd controlled targets. And guess what we do? All we do is crowd control. All we do is that. And look at this. We have, it says for every 5. So every single node that you click on that is the 5 intel, we're gaining 3% increased damage to CC. Holy shit. Guess what? Guess how many intelligences are in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, 18% increased damage. Just to minions or anyone that is CC'd at all. So slowed, stunned, immobilized. All of my skills do that. So we're getting a nice little 18% buff right there. And then you get the bonus. You and your minions deal 10% increased damage to slowed or chilled enemies, or instead 20% increased damage to stunned or frozen enemies. There it is. There it is. We literally get 10% increased damage no matter what to enemies that are CC'd, the light CCs, so slowed, chilled, or 20% increased to the stunned or frozen. And that is why we use the cold mages. I was trying to really decipher why I had chosen Frost or the cold mages, and this is why. Especially with the AoE aspect of Frost. Ooh. No matter what, we are completely like a well-rounded class with safety mechanics, such as the Blood Mist, that we become invulnerable. No matter what, our damage then is mitigated to our minions. Anytime we summon a minion, we gain damage. We CC all enemies nearby. no matter what, with our blood tendrils, our corpse tendrils, and our decrepify. And this shit is literally on like a 0-second cooldown. This is an 11-second cooldown. And then not only that, all of our darkness skills have a 15% chance to stun, which means we have a 20 or an 18% increase of damage because of that control node. Again, 18%, and then on top of the 18%, 20% damage increased to stunned or frozen enemies. So 38 increased damage with just this one damn thing. That's cracked. Just from clicking boop. That's it, cracked. And so I wouldn't even be opposed to building this Paragon board right here first. I literally didn't have a specific order for these, but this one I think is probably the one I want to lean towards getting first. Which is, I think this is Hulking Monstrosity. Yeah. So it's like our Golem facing build. Like, this shit is disgusting. But you have a bunch of things you can kind of choose from, and I haven't really gone through the whole list, so let's do that real quick. For every 5 decks, you deal more damage to vulnerable targets, which we do quite a bit, but not nearly as much as CC, slow, things like that. So for every 5 willpower, you deal 2% increased shadow damage. So this one is actually not bad. Darkness. This is one I would consider maybe in my prior list. Hold on, do we still have control in there? Nice, okay. So where is it? Here it is. I just randomly picked this one. I think this one's bad. So let's go through. Let's look at what else we could get. Ooh. Okay, this is the control one we already looked at. That's so good. So there's some of these ones that increase bonuses for specific things nearby. I don't think that one's really worth it. 20% increased armor, warrior, gravekeeper, which I think is the one we got on our first one. I really don't like a lot of these because they're like core skills, things like, I'm trying to find things that boost overall damage more, or more effective, I guess. Nope, see, that's bad. No active minions. Don't care about blood orbs. Damn, Paragon nodes within the range gain 40% bonus to their minion damage and damage reduction modifiers. Wait, holy shit. Wait, what? Paragon nodes within the range gain 40% plus bonus damage. Wait, whoa, holy shit. So it's talking about these? Minion damage? Wait, what? So whenever your minions deal damage to an enemy, the enemy takes 1% increased damage up to 12%. So it stacks up to 12 times for 10 seconds. 12% extra damage. That's actually kind of cracked. That's actually really good. Where'd it go? Dead Razor. There it is. So that's really good. I'll consider that. For every 5 intel purchased within the range, skeleton mages deal more damage. Skeleton mages gain 25% resistance to all elements. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep Dead Razor because I think that's better than what I had before. This ability here is so important, by the way. So not only will we build into this, when you're healthy, your minions gain more attack speed. Your minions deal 30% increased damage while you are close to them. Pretty damn good, because usually you're pretty close to your minions, especially when I'm AoEing and pulling everything in. I can just move in close. But your minions cannot lose more than 45% of their max life from a single damage instance. So if we drop that down all the way, it says they can't lose more than 75% of their life. So essentially it goes from being a 2-tap, so you can hit him once for 75%, and then the next one will kill him. Where no matter what, your minions can live from any boss, from anything, 2 hits no matter what, even if they were max crit hits, would zero them out, they can only take 45% of it. So then boom, 45, that's 90%, so 10% of their life. No matter what, it takes 3 hits. 3 hits is a lot. That's a lot of time. That they're upticking their damage, they're upkeeping everything, your buffs, whatever it is. That is insane. That is an insane defense for your minions. Because they feel really squishy. What's up? Oh, he's awake? Oh, God. At 1 a.m. Our little baby is up and running. Malachi is doing. So yeah, I think so far, this build makes the most sense to me. Even looking at some of these, like 3% damage to cursed enemies. Like some of these are good, but it relies too much on one ability. I want it to be more general. Like that's too specific. When I say specific, it has to be a cursed enemy instead of if it was like a slowed enemy or something like that. Holy shit, bet I'm going into that. I'll drop some points in like here or something. But some of these are just too specific that it relates to only one thing. Or so what I say is I need it to be applied to multiple things rather than one thing. If it can damage buff me and minions, or if it can damage buff just me but on multiple skills. So that's where I try to be as most efficient about how I apply something, that it's not just to one single thing but to multiple things. Yeah, what's up? Do you want me to just get you some water? Yeah, hold on one sec. Okay, there we go. So I really think, so let's go through our aspects and see if there's anything else we could replace it with or anything better. I think this is kind of like our final preliminary steps. Like I'm really committed to this build actually, like doing both betas and experiencing not only to like, I want to say, I think we got down to here, right? Like we actually got to, did we get down to here? I think we did, didn't we? No, we didn't actually. I don't think we did. Did we? Not in the second beta, but in the first one. Did we actually make it down here? I think we did, right? Fuck, I don't remember seeing this. I hate it. I hate that I don't remember. Oh, well, either way. Well, I guess I could go back to like 25 points or whatever, but... $15 points right there. Yeah, either way, doesn't matter. So I think overall, like the damage modifiers on some of these things, like it's only like 2 or 3%, and it's just one thing where like that's where this is very good. The bone spear is so good actually compared to some of these. Like Sever's okay, but I really don't like that it costs that like. It's like 80%. So hold on. If we were to like go say Sever. So it'd be like this. So the damage increase at max is 88 plus 29 if you hit them. So that's what? Call it 30 and 88. That's 111. Where no matter what, it's still less than the max of this. This is literally 120. And this has multiple projectiles that almost always crit. So like, dude, you're doing so much more damage with this than this shit. Like, Sever is not that good. I don't know. I think people hype up Sever a little too much. Because like Bone Spear, I think, is the clear winner out of all of these. This is too direct, and then it has an AoE, which you can't guarantee something is going to stand in something for all 6 seconds. So you're losing damage no matter what. Blood Surge is cool. I think Blood Surge is probably the second best, and the only reason I don't like it as much is because it is a smaller AoE effect. It's a smaller AoE. Like, it's just... The range isn't even close to what you can do with the Bone Spear. And I think especially against a fucking Ashava, a world boss, dude, I ain't gonna sit there Blood Surge the whole time and then all of a sudden get one-tapped by his ass. Like, that ain't happening. Like, I think Blood Surge is okay. Like, I think it's pretty good, you know? I think, I have never actually used it, though. So, like, personally, I can't say how it feels. But after using Blight, after using Sever, after even trying Bone Lance, like when I unlocked it out of like a weapon or like something dropped it that I had it unlocked, like I just didn't like it as much as Bone Spear. So that's why I'm dedicated to the Bone Spear. We always have to do this though. Your damage has a 12% chance to create a corpse. So yeah, like a 1 in 10 roll of like generating corpses is insane because I'm literally dealing so much damage just holding down my decompose, which is also oh, and it's also a modifier for my minions. It's a 10% increased damage. So like my minions aren't gonna do more from like other things. That's why you don't go any of this other shit. If you're going a minion build, you go decompose. Because guess what? Your decompose can chain up to 2 additional targets, and then if a decompose spawns a corpse, if it has 30% to 60% chance to spawn a corpse under all afflicted targets. Oh, when it spawns a corpse. So yeah, speaking of that, so if an enemy dies while being decomposed, you gain 10 essence. Beautiful. But there's a... Oh, with the flesh every 2.5 seconds. And then, so every 2.5 seconds, you're spawning 3 corpses? Fucking cracked. Yo, dang it, I don't know. Oh. Dude, you're crazy, bro. How you doing, brother? Well, today? Yep. Oh, shit. Yeah, damn, bro. Yeah, you get some sleep, my man. So this one right here, dude, we pretty much are saying that we're only going to have a one-hand because we need an offhand that has this. Each time you summon a minion, damages an enemy, they gain attack speed for X amount of time. So they're just gaining passive attack speed damage. It's kind of cracked. Yeah, of course. Oh, God. At 1 o'clock in the morning, our little baby boy is running around right now. What are you doing, buddy? This little worm is going ham right now. Okay. So like I really like, I think this is a perfect build, y'all. And so I wouldn't need to worry about going into this too much. We would just do maybe 3 on this early. We would go into Corpse Tendril, into this, and then once we have, and I'm debating, it's about how we go about building this. No matter what, we always boost our major, like our minions, no matter what first. Because that boosts our survivability, so that we don't have to keep spamming the summon as much. But it's slowly as we start getting some of these aspects, that's when we can really hone in on, like, we really need, where is it? This, we need aspect of Ultimate Shadow. We need that. And so we wouldn't need to worry about it too much. So like if we don't have that, we could definitely spec into like Army of the Dead or something like that, because there's more minions. They're doing more damage, technically. So technically they're minions. They are taking our minion buffs, so they might be doing more damage. But when we get that shadow damage, it's over. I don't think it's going to do more damage. And we CC. So this is just falling into the pattern of like buffing every damage we do across the board because it is applying the CCs. It's now a darkness spell. It can stun. It's doing 30% extra damage because of all of that. Like, it's cracked. Actually cracked. But yeah, I think, guys, I think this board is perfect. I think this is great. I'm going to delete these, I think. I might actually keep them so I know which ones I like the most. Like, I love the Control one. Control is smack. The Dead Razor's good. And then I think the first one we picked was Gravekeeper. Grants 50% bonus to all rare nodes within range, which the rare node was this. You deal 2% damage for every 12. Like, I actually don't like this one as my first. I think the first one I need to get is the Dead Razor. I actually think the best one is our third one that we had here. What is this? So for every 5 intelligence you pick up, how many is there in this range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 in each one. So yeah, this one, honestly, straight up, I think we just do that one. Is it Control, right? Well, actually, the close, is this the Gravekeeper? Yeah, actually, this is really good. Because this just buffs our damage, but then we get 2% increased damage for every, up to 12 for every close corpse. So that just says if you have 6 corpses nearby, which most of the time we will, we're doing 2% increased up to, oh, we're doing 12% extra damage just to everything. So like, that's actually kind of good too. I think this first one is the most up to debating. This one I could maybe be bought into, because Bone Storm would apply to this. This would a Bone Storm would literally be the perfect thing for that. Yeah, I don't really care about any of this. So the Dead Razor is actually perfect here on this board. It is actually perfect for this board of, what's this one? The Cult Leader. Like, Cult Leader and Dead Razor are perfect partners. I think Control is what we should do first. I think, yeah, I think this is what we should do. I think this is how we need to do it. Because Control is when we get to, is essentially the best point of, where is it? 4% increased damage, 25% increased life. That's actually kind of crazy too. Golem might actually be really good, but where's Control? Where'd it go? Control, here it is. So for every 5 intelligence purchased, you deal 3% increased damage. Your minions deal 10% increased damage to slow, chilled, So this is probably the perfect point to get it. Yo, he's still going, of course. Yo, we got our board fixed. We got what we needed. I will be calling it here very soon. But we've been live for almost 4 hours here. Pretty nice. We just were finishing up our theory crafting here, Max. I hope you're having a wonderful night, though, my brother. What are you still doing up, huh? What are you still doing up? So technically, if this was control, and then we'd have to switch this one to... Gravekeeper. Yes. So this would be more a final form where we're like, we've gotten everything and we're pretty much popping at full speed. So this is like a really good one to have. So I guess it just depends on what boards, what things, like, I don't know how random this is or if we get to choose, like, so that'll be interesting. But are all of these good? I like that. I like that. That's a must. I think that's a must. Like, these three, I think, are locked in no matter what. I think the Decompose is locked in. The Explosive Corpse, like, I think this one is so good, too, because my ability to get away from a target, or my immunity, it makes you, it's like a god mode kind of thing. Like, you go invincible, you drop corpses, you're lowering the timer, and so then it's back up after, 10 seconds or whatever. Its cooldown is reduced by 0.5 to 1.5 seconds. So when it detonates a corpse, so now imagine you're dropping 3 corpses no matter what, and you're picking up each of those. So that's already, what, 3? We'll call it 1 second, so we'll just say 3 seconds already off of Blood Mist, so that's 15 seconds. And that's just 3 corpses, so usually we probably have around 5 to 10, and so we can almost always drop it down to like 5-10 seconds, which means we will survive longer. Yo, watching movies with some bitch? What? Okay. Yo, that's my jam, whoever you are. Let's go. He's one of the, like, I'll say, we play some RuneScape together. He's on our group Iron Man team. He works with Keegan right now. So skills deal up to increased damage based on your primary resource, which is obviously our actually, you know what, this might actually be a switch. This one's actually not that good, because like we'll deal more damage with, like, say, our bone spear. That's pretty much what it's going for. I don't know, it does buff our decompose. Like, I think this is the best one we need to replace. I think this is the one I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on this at all. Okay. Basic skills gain 23 to 30%. Yeah, like, that's this. That's pretty good. Damn, see, this one might be better. Like, if you're sitting there decomposing an enemy, which is our basic skill, the core skills is Bone Spear. We could do 50% more damage. Like, that's actually kind of cracked. Like, for now, I think I choose that one over the other one. Like, I actually think I choose that one. While you are healthy, I think I'm pretty much healthy too. Aspect of the Frenzy Dead. I think that's really good, but don't we have that each time you summon a minion? Yeah, so like I think we could do that instead. Like, I really think that we need to switch this off for that. Where'd it go? There it is. Each time you summon a minion, damages your summoning minions Damage an enemy, they gain 10 to 14 attack speed for 3 seconds. So like they're just juiced. Okay. Consuming a corpse increases the damage of your next core skill. Damn, that's actually cracked too. So there is some that like your minions after being alive for more time. So that actually applies your skeletons. Fuck. That doesn't apply to Golem, right? I think it only applies to these two. It depends what this applies to. If it applies to all of them, this actually might be the best one out of all of them. Out of those, the ones that we're kind of debating. Yeah, I think there's only a few there that we really care about. Yep, nope. Dog shit. All of these are bad. Bad. Whoa, wait, what? Bone Storm consumes up to 8 corpses to increase its duration up to 4 to 8 seconds? Wait, what? What? That's insane. Wait, what are these? Wait, hold on. What the fuck is this? Oh shit, clap them cheeks, fella. I'm dead right now. Yeah, Max be getting it, bro. But no, welcome everyone. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Yo, guys, we are only going to be live for a little longer here. It's already 1:15, but just polished off our beer. We're doing good. We're theory crafting a little bit in preparation for Diablo 4's release in the next, like, 3 days. This coming Wednesday, so we're off tomorrow. We're off today, tomorrow, and then it's the 30th on Tuesday. Then, okay, so Thursday, I think it's at 6 p.m., guys. Be here. Thursday, this coming Thursday at 6 o'clock, I will be live. We are going ham, guys. It is the release of Diablo 4. And we got into the support a streamer, support a creator program. So we're going to be having some lovely little rewards here as well. So I actually just think that that is too good. Wait, what is this? That's kind of cool, but... Bone Storm, there it is. This is kind of cracked. Bone Storm consumes up to 8 corpses. Dude, I don't know if that's good or not. Like, that's a lot of corpses. But Bone Storm going for 10 seconds to 18 seconds, doubling the duration. Which, does that mean it doubles its damage, essentially? Over 10, dealing 180% damage to surrounding enemies for 10 seconds. Oh, around you and your golem. So 2 Bone Storms. Fuck, dude. That is so much damage for 18 seconds. 100, like... that's fucking cracked. That's cracked. Donald Trump would be proud. Do it for the boys. Okay, okay, okay. I see you, bro. Yo. Okay, so that's actually, that's so cracked. Like, that is so good. And so, typically, I like two-handed weapons. I don't give a shit if I'm losing out on a legendary, but we probably need to sack it up and do a single hand with a offhand legendary, and the offhand legendary then would be this one is the available primary resource, which I feel is pretty good. But it's really only for our base. It's like Decompose is building up our, so we'd be doing that much more damage with Decompose and maybe our first hit of our core ability. So I don't like it that much. Like it's okay. I feel like it's a hit and miss kind of thing. But this one right here, each time one of your summoning minions damages an enemy, which is 9,000% all of the time, they gain 10 to 14% attack speed for 3 seconds, up to 30 to 42%. Holy shit. So like, what's nice about that is they're consistently increasing their damage output over time. Like, I really think this is so good. Like, I think we have such a good setup right now, guys. Like, I'm so happy with this. So what are our main points right now of, like, contention in terms of, like, finalizing the build right now? What do we, like, I think up for debate, like, we could organize the points a little better into, like, what we have. But I think for the damage output, we've organized it the most that it would increase efficiently, where, like, sure, I could do 5 Decompose versus 5 fucking Bone Spear. Oh, wait, yo, Max Cheeks tipped $7, bro. Yo, thank you for that. Max's Cheeks. Gonna rip the tip in her hips and then blown out the lips. Okay, I can't right now, dude. It's too late for this. Yo, Zev, thank you for that $7 donation. Much love, brother. Thank you for just the $50 bomb today, essentially. Holy shit. You're crazy, bro. Max out here tearing up some cheeks, apparently. But yo, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Much love. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening, a great weekend, happy Memorial Day weekend again to everyone else here in the US. We are just doing a little theory crafting. We got a beautiful build right now. Like, I can defend each and every one of these points. Now, maybe some of these points could be shifted around, but I think generating the max amount of essence per consumption of a corpse is important so you can spam Bone Spears, which Bone Spears are disgusting and also just do a lot of damage. And then all of your damage has a 12% chance to create a corpse itself. So that's where, after, of course, consuming I think I could take some of these out, like consuming a corpse generates X amount. Like, I think this is where I could, like, shift some of these points. Like, I don't think generating that much essence is gonna make that much of a difference later. So, like, there's a few points of where I could shift some things around, but, like, effective wise and efficiency, like, I don't think there's anywhere else that, like, I could see myself going into more thorns or something like that, you know? Especially if we get, like, some crazy early legendary that's like, yo, man, you got 1,000 thorns from some bullet crazy shit. Like, here, look, this right here. Gain 1,000 to 2,000 thorns. Like, then I would consider doing thorns earlier in a build. But, like, my perfect endgame build is like this. Like, this is kind of what I'm looking at. Yeah, dude, I don't even give a fuck about that. Oh, they do have a chance to leave behind a corpse. A 15% chance? Dude, that's such a dog shit chance, actually. Like, I don't think this is actually worth. I think the Bone Storm is just overall better. Oh, your damage reduction. So, like, you become tankier, too, while this shit's up. Dude, there's just no way. Yeah, I don't see anything beating Bone Storm right now. Yeah, I think this is it, yo. I think this is our perfect build setup. Cool. Okay. Yo, Maxine tipped $5. Currently taking HGH to finalize my transition. June 1st, Pride Month. Okay, there you go, Maxina. I like it. I like it. Dude, get the fuck out of here. You're insane, bro. You did not have to be doing all this tonight. That is too much, my man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that extra $12 bomb in our second session, aka the $55 here tonight. You're insane, bro. Hey, much love, brother, much love. Okay, yo, I think this is a good place to call it. It's 1:30 in the morning. We'll probably do some more theory crafting here and there, but nothing too crazy, you know? Thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it a lot. Y'all are amazing. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, a good-ass weekend. Guys, we'll see you all tomorrow. We'll be here. We'll be streaming. We'll do some Scape, some Rocket League, some other things. Probably some more theory crafting as well. Because I wanna go over that, make sure everything's good. But yo, thank you everyone. Again, Zev, get some sleep tonight. Thank you for that $55 bomb. You're insane, bro. You're insane, man. I hope you have a good night. Be safe. Get some sleep. Anyone else hanging out tonight? Much love. Max, any of the group Iron Man gang, thank you all. Appreciate you boys. Have a good one. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Okay? Aye. Holy shit. Thank you again, everyone. Much love. Take it easy, brother. Max, do you crank that wank, baby? Okay, bro. Y'all are popping, yo. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. We'll catch you tomorrow. Aye. Yeah, I don't know what that was either. It's all good, though. Thank you for your the love and support tonight, I guess. Much love, much love. Have a good night. Be safe. See you tomorrow.